Hey, Mr. Beard here with your class recap for Tuesday, November 8th. We began today by talking about our next big reading assignment. It is a nonfiction literature circle. Now, don't let the term literature circle throw you off what we're going to be doing. You may have done literature circles in the past where you have 4 people to a group, you have a limited number of texts to choose from, and each person in the group has their own job or responsibility. That's not exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to do things a little differently. As an English 11 PLC, we've talked about maybe not limiting you so much in your choices. We found that students who are limited in texts don't quite get into the books like they would if they were allowed to choose a book of their own. So we've decided to allow you to choose any nonfiction book you'd like. Now remember, a nonfiction book means it's a true story, and it needs to be a story. Characters, conflict, beginning, middle, and an end. That means encyclopedias, history books, things like that are out. Not that you would hopefully not want to read one of those. So any nonfiction book of your choosing is a possibility. Something else that's a little bit different is you will have specific jobs, accountability for things to show that you've interacted with your reading. But whereas in a normal literature circle, you'd each do one specific job, you will do every job. Now, the jobs are not incredibly difficult and very doable, but you've been given a packet, and you'll need to go through that packet, and you will be responsible for each job within that packet. Now, it is still possible that you could work within a group, and you say, well, why would I want to work within a group? Well, you will also have a project associated with your reading. If you do the project with a group, meaning you already did the same book, you can split up some of these requirements among individual group members, and so you won't have quite as much to do within your group. So there's still some advantage in reading a book together and discussing that book with your group members as you read. You're just not forced to do so. If you do choose to do your project with a group, we have several class sets of books and titles that you can choose from. We went through these in class today, and these will be in class for you when you get back. Some possibilities would be Devil in the White City, about a serial killer run amok in the Chicago World's Fair in the late 1800s. Another possible title is Life on the Color Line. It's a true story of a white boy who discovered he was black. He grew up thinking he was Caucasian and discovered that he had African American ancestry, and he grew up in a very segregated, racially charged American setting. So this is quite a shock for him. And another possible title is the Mistaken Identity story, a story you've probably heard in the news of the 2 Indiana girls who were in a terrible accident. One ended up dying, and the other was in the hospital, and the families got the two confused because they were so badly injured and unrecognizable. The 2 families got the 2 girls confused, and one family who had lost a daughter, a sister, thought that she was still alive, vice versa. Interesting stuff. So there you see some possible titles that if you would like to work within a group, we have a class set available for you. Once we covered the requirements, we then were able to go to the Media Center to choose books and get a jump start on our reading. Once we came back, we had a little writing time to work on your vocabulary writing assignment for this week. And that covers what we did today in class on Tuesday, November 8th. Thank you for listening.